Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is an introduction to ecology, and in this tutorial, we'll be running through the background of ecology, the scope of ecology, community ecology, population ecology, climate change, ecosystem, habitat ecology, wildlife ecology, and that will be the end. But for today, we'll just do not so many to avoid so much information in one go. So what is ecology? Ecology is defined as the study of interactions among and between organisms and their environment. That is very important to understand that this is an interaction among and between organisms and their environment. It's normally studied at different levels. Okay, so we are taught that life, or we know that life occurs in a hierarchy of levels. From the smallest atoms, we move to molecules, cells, to complex biospheres, which is the cumulative total, the biosphere total of all living things on Earth and the areas they inhabit. Therefore, the historical background of ecology can be looked at from the time the word ecology was actually coined. The man behind the coining of, or the word ecology, is a zoologist named Ernest Haeckel, who did this in 1869. It's dragged from two Greek words, okay, oikos, which means house, and logos, which means knowledge. We also have other zoologists who studied other related fields like ethology and bionomics. Ethology is the study of organisms in relation to the environment and was first used by Geoffrey. Bionomics is the study of relationships or relationship between organisms and the environment. From all these scientists grouped up and formed what we now call as ecology. So ecology, therefore, is a meeting place of several disciplines of botany as well as zoology. It's therefore a branch of biology which deals with the interrelationship between living components of the environment and biotic. Okay, examples of biotic factors are animals, plants, or living organisms, fungi, bacteria. Examples are biotic are soil, water, whatever molecular. The term environment refers to things around the organism which have a direct influence on the activity of the organism. Okay, organisms and environment are two inseparable factors because the organism depends upon its environment for sustenance, while the environment provides the organism with a substrate or medium for the various activities. So the relationship that exists between the organism and the environment is that of a reciprocal nature, I would say. Okay, so that is where we're starting from, and we can break for now. Okay, let us continue from there. The scope and the nature of ecology. Ecology has been subdivided into several divisions, e.g. Plant ecology, animal ecology. Subdivisions of ecology also, we're talking about subdivisions here, include things like autoecology and cynoecology. Autoecology is the ecological study which deals with an individual species. Cynoecology is the study of many species, e.g. when you're looking at communities. Okay, so what do ecologists study? They study the relationships on higher levels of this hierarchy. We looked at that hierarchy from atom up to the biosphere. So that higher level of this hierarchy would actually start from organisms. So they study things like organisms, population, community, and ecosystem levels. Okay, so organism ecology describes the relationship between organisms and their physical environment. It helps organism ecology to understand what aspects of the garden towards environment were important to it and why. Population ecology investigates the quantitative dynamics of how individuals within a species interact. It helps us understand why population of some species decline or others do what? Increase. Okay. So community ecology focuses on the interactions among species. It helps us understand how the golden toad and other species of its cloud forest community do interact. And one thing ecology reviews, that is at ecosystem level, okay, patterns such as energy and nutrient flow by studying living and non-living components of these systems in conjunction. So that is what the community ecology does. Habitat, niche, and specialization. This is important in organism ecology. At this level, each organism relates to its environment in ways that tend to maximize its survival. Habitat is a specific environment in which an organism lives. It consists of living and non-living things. Habitat are scale dependent. Organisms may also be habitat specific. So habitat selection is a process where mobile organisms actively select habitat in which they would live. So habitat provides everything an organism needs, from nutrition, shelter, breeding sites, and mates. The organism's survival therefore depends on the availability of suitable habitat. What about a niche? It's another way an organism relates to its environment. It reflects its use of resources and its functional role in a community. And normally say that this is one thing that gave me a problem when I was a student, to understand or to define what a niche is. Okay, but they are just too important to its functional role in a community. Its resource use. Okay, so this includes its habitat. You can imagine a niche is a very big thing because it also includes the habitat of the organism. It will include its consumption of certain foods. It will include its role in the flow of energy and matter, and its interactions with other organisms in that environment where it is. Okay, specialization. Species with a narrow breadth of their niche have specific requirements, and thus these are called as this is called as specialization. Okay, those with broad tolerances are able to use a wide range of habitat or resources. They are called as generalists. So specialists succeed at being good at what they do. Like the adage was saying when we were still in school, that mature students are very good at getting small girls, okay, because they are good at what they do. And yet, because they know why they are in school, they don't fail. But those small girls, they get to use, or they get to have, because they have the resources, they have not yet come to understand what they are supposed to be doing in school. They find themselves failing. So generalists succeed by being able to live in many different places and weather variable, and in what we call weather variable conditions, different types of conditions, whether they can live. So population ecology is another item that we are going to look at in this tutorial, or in the other tutorial that we shall share. For now, let me say bye-bye, as we just have introduced this whole thing that we can share online. For any queries, please feel free to contact me individually. Thank you, and bye for now.